Alright guys, it's Cap, one and a gamer. I'm back bringing you guys some more Destiny gameplay featuring the Sleeper Stimulant quest. And this quest is actually going to be a lot of tasks involved, so keep that in mind. But I'm going to basically break everything down for you. So first, you do need to pick up those fusion rifles that had those weird letters and numbers, and I'm sure you probably picked up enough by now to get this actual mission. And this mission is basically a boss that you're going to need to defeat to get this first item. Now this first item is actually going to start the quest for you. So it's basically a curious transceiver. Now this curious transceiver requires some codes. So you actually got to plug in some codes. Now I did the dirty work for you, and I'm going to give you guys all the codes that you need. Now there is 4 passcodes that you actually had to put in. It's 1 and 2. So basically 1 is top, 2 is bottom, and then you're going to have to input the passcode to complete that. You're going to do this basically 4 times until you're finished with that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the footage of the Sleeper Stimulant in the beginning of the video. Man, 17,000 crit, and I think I was at like 302 light. So just imagine if you're like 310 with that weapon. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. So hopefully you guys understand how to put the codes in. It's fairly simple, self-explanatory, and once you put in the codes, then you're good to go, and the next part of the mission, or quest that is, will actually continue. So it's fairly time oriented to do this quest, I must say. The next part, you're going to probably spend another hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, maybe even up to 5 hours. I was talking to somebody yesterday about it. So the transceiver is broadcasting. You see right there was a purple triangle on Earth. You're going to go to this mission. You have 4 minutes to actually beat this mission. There's going to be 3 wizards that you have to kill. Just run past all the ads, get to the end, and you're going to get your fusion core if you complete the mission successfully. Now, this fusion core requires 5 things. This requires 5 things, and basically I'm going to break them all down for you so it's really easy, so it makes your life a lot simpler to complete this. So the first thing is going to be Warsats. You need 3 Warsats on Earth, Moon, and Mars. I'm going to show you all the locations that I got in my Warsats, but it's going to be different for you guys. So I'm going to drop a link down in the description on where you can find the Warsats, because it's basically events and they are random, and sometimes you're going to get target a lot, sometimes you're going to get, you know, the mission that you don't want. So keep that in mind. But this link will help you out, and it'll show you exactly where all of the locations are. But I do show you guys where all of mine are, so maybe it'll help you guys. So you're basically going to pick up these control modules. That's basically what your main goal is. These control modules is what you need to actually repair your fusion core. You need 3 of these. So like I said, you got to go to Earth, Mars, and the Moon. Once you're done with that, you're actually going to plug those in. You can plug those in right away. The next thing is you're going to need to go to the archive mission. Now, actually, I had the checkpoint at the end, and you might too. And I'm actually getting a legendary engram out of that. You're going to plug in your ghost, so you're going to pretty much complete the mission. And once you do that, you're going to get the next part for your fusion core. So that's the 4th part. So it's fairly simple. You might actually have the checkpoint like me, so it'll make it even easier for you. The last part you're going to need is actually just to dismantle a heavy weapon. Now, I believe it's either got to be a legendary or an exotic. I've seen both. It doesn't really matter, but just dismantle one of those, and you'll get your next part to actually rebuild the fusion core. So once you do all that, once you actually dismantle your weapon, it took me a little time here because I was deciding which weapon I wanted to dismantle. I was like, oh, I ain't dismantling that Raid LMG. That thing's boss. So you're going to get your fusion core now, and it's going to be fully upgraded, right? It's going to be fully upgraded, and it's ready to go. Now, it's reassembled. You need to go back to the armory guy, the gunsmith. Go to the gunsmith, talk to the gunsmith. Now, this is where you're going to have to wait. You got to wait actually a day. So next in the morning, you can wake up and do this next part. So it's fairly simple. So you don't have to wait very long. So once you give them your fusion core, just play the waiting game and then come back to them the next day. So you come back to them the next day and you're going to get a mission. You're going to get another mission for the quest. So it's going to send you to another place. Now this mission is actually another mission that you probably have did before. It's a Saber mission. So basically you go to this Saber mission. It's a strike mission. It's very hard, as they say. It's a 280. There is matchmaking, so it's going to help you out. So you're going to beat the Saber, and that's it. Once you beat your Saber, you're going to actually be able to get your actual weapon part, the molding for the sleeper stimulant weapon. And there you go, guys. There you go. You got your frame right there. So then you go back to the gunsmith. And if you guys could definitely drop a like on this video, I greatly appreciate it. It took me some time to actually make this video. And if you guys could definitely drop a comment on this video, I greatly appreciate that as well. Sleeper stimulant. There we go. We got our weapon, exotic fusion rifle. I'm going to give you guys some more gameplay on this to come. So definitely subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate watching today. And always have a great day. Always give it a rating it deserves. That's a bad mother. TheKAPGUN out.